What is good, people of YouTube? Welcome back to the Astronomical show. I really apologize, guys. It's been 3 weeks since I've uploaded, but of course I did have exams, and now that I'm finally done, I can finally go back to what I love doing, and that's making videos for you guys. And of course, we are back with a pretty big show for you guys today. Later on today on the show, we've got my buddy Luke. Of course, you guys, for those that watched the first episode, Luke was with us on our debut, and he is back with us for episode 3. We will be talking some NBA playoffs. You know, a lot of stuff's been going on in sports, NFL, NBA. But personally, I really love talking NBA playoffs. You know, there's not too much going on in the NFL offseason at the moment, but I'm guessing something big will happen soon. But for the meantime, guys, we will be discussing the NBA playoffs. Of course, round 1 just started last week. It's been super fun so far. So many great games going on, so many interesting series, and of course, one big upset in my opinion, and we're going to start talking about it. We've got the Nets versus the Celtics. At the moment, the Celtics lead 3-0. Pretty surprising, in my opinion. I thought this would be something that goes to game 6 or 7. I didn't expect the Celtics, to be up that high. I honestly thought it would be like, it'd be tied. It would be at least a tied series by now, or one game ahead, right? But wow, Celtics are just on a roll and potentially going to sweep the Brooklyn Nets, led by Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Like, that is insane. It is absolutely crazy how those guys haven't been performing the best. I mean, Kyrie had one good game in game 1, and then Durant and Kyrie have just been terrible. I mean, Bruce Brown was their leading scorer last night, I believe. So I don't know what's going on with those guys. Hopefully they can click in game 4 and stop the sweep, get it to a 3-1 lead for the Celtics, and at least have a game. Hopefully bring it to 7. Good luck, Nets. For the Bucks and the Bulls, the Bucks are leading 2-1. I personally said that the Bucks were going to sweep. Bad prediction by me. I personally just thought that the Bucks were just too much of a powerhouse for the Bulls to handle, and I didn't even realize that they would steal one. And they shocked me, and they did. I'll give credit to the Bulls for winning that one game. And then, of course, the most recent game, game 3, the Bucks just absolutely demolished the Bulls by like 30 points. So, as a Bucks fan, super happy there. Currently, the Bucks are leading by like 15 points. But of course, by the time you guys are watching this, the game will most likely be over. But I'm just gonna say that the Bucks are gonna win this one. It's gonna be a 3-1 lead tonight, and hopefully, the Bucks can finish it off next game and just bring us to the promised land. 76ers versus Raptors, another one where I screwed up on. I totally said that the 76ers were going to sweep, and a lot of people didn't believe me, that it would have, they didn't even believe that the 76ers would get 3 wins. So super happy that the 76ers did that good. Unfortunately, they did lose, and that's what cost me my sweep prediction. So you can put that on another column there where I messed up on the sweep prediction. 76ers had an injured Embiid, and Raptors got back Scotty Barnes, but they were without Fred VanVleet, as he did have, I believe, a knee injury. So, the game could have gone either way. If Scotty Barnes wasn't in there, would the 76ers have won? The way they were playing, I don't know. I can't really tell you that. But I believe if they had a healthier Embiid, 76ers definitely would have won that game. Raptors are gone. Bye-bye. Go back to Toronto. But unfortunately not. They will have one more game, and they are going to Philly. So will James Harden, Embiid, Maxey, all those guys be able to close out in Philly? Let's hope. And of course, the Heat versus the Hawks. We will be talking about that game later today with Mr. Luke Chady. Of course, big Miami sports fan and big Miami Heat fan. So the Heat and the Hawks totally didn't. That's another actually. Okay, you guys are gonna roast me. I predicted the Heat to sweep the Hawks. Yes, I'm showing no respect for a lot of teams right at the moment. But yeah, I had said that the Heat would be in 4 and they would sweep the Hawks. Right now, the Heat lead a 2-1 lead. I thought they would be up 3-0 today. And then, of course, tonight they are playing. And I thought Miami would close out tonight. But we do get an extra game because of that. Let's hope Miami can close it out today. I mean, there could be some Atlanta fans here that are hating on me. But yeah, I personally just don't want to see Atlanta. I like Miami. Love Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, 6th man of the year. Let's go. Yeah, Miami's just, I don't know. I've always liked Miami. They're not my team, but if they're in the playoffs, I'll cheer for them. As long as you're not playing the Bucks or the Mavericks, then I'll be happy. And then, of course, we've got this one's definitely going to be a sweep fest. I'm hoping, I've predicted so many right now, and none of them are going my way. Nuggets versus Warriors. Warriors are up 3-0 against the Denver Nuggets with MVP Jokic. So, I don't know. Nuggets could have one good game and beat the Warriors today, and that messes up another one of my sweep predictions. But the way that the Warriors are going, it's incredibly insane. Steph Curry's coming off the bench, and when they make that little death lineup, I believe it's Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Curry, Draymond, and I think Andrew Wiggins. The death lineup, I believe, it's called the 3G lineup. I've heard so many damn names. I just don't even know what it's called at this point anymore. But yeah, Warriors are on a warpath. I definitely think that we see the Warriors in the finals. A lot of people are probably talking about the Suns getting back there, but I think the Warriors, I think they're going to sweep tonight. Let's be honest. Come on, guys. Nuggets have no help. I mean, your best help is Aaron Gordon. Everybody else is pretty much useless. I mean, you got DeMarcus Cousins. He's okay coming off the bench for Jokic, but other than that, I don't see Denver winning tonight, and the Warriors are going to sweep. But yeah, I think the Warriors can absolutely beat the Phoenix Suns if they have to. That's my opinion. I know some people that follow me here are some Suns fans, and you might hate that, but I'm just telling it what it is. I think Golden State's scary, guys. And I'm never going to count out Steph Curry and Klay and Dre. That trio is insane. Now you got Jordan Poole. Yeah, go Warriors, man. As for the Timberwolves and Grizzlies series, it's pretty solid at the moment, tied 2 apiece. I honestly thought the Timberwolves would be leading right now. Of course, I thought they were going to be up 3-1, in my opinion. But of course, they did blow that one huge game where they blew 2 20-point leads, which is insane. Timberwolves obviously going to get clowned on Twitter or social media because of that. But the Timberwolves were able to get it done last night and tie it up 2-2. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I fell asleep in the fourth quarter, did not see what happened. I just know that it was a 1-point game and Timberwolves won it by 1. So props to that team. So we've got also Utah versus Dallas. As a Dallas Maverick fan, sorry about that. I'm super, super tired as well too. Utah won it last night, and I was super, super upset. Series is tied now. I thought getting Luka back, we would absolutely demolish the Jazz, but no, it was a close game. We lost by 1 point, and I'm not going to blame too much people but I would have to put the fault on Dwight Powell last night, missing 2 key free throws, man, that we needed. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to deliver. So I'm kind of disappointed there. We tried to go for a last-second shot, just couldn't do it. They doubled Luka. He threw it back to Spencer Dinwiddie, and Dinwiddie tried to hit a 3. I do not understand the call there. I don't know why you would draw something up like that. I would have tried to cut to the hoop or something, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can steal a game in Dallas, and then hopefully get back in Utah and win. But yeah, that series is going to be exciting as well. And lastly, we've got the Suns versus the Pelicans. Devin Booker injured. I honestly thought the Pelicans were going to win last game, but they didn't. They let me down. So the Suns are now leading 2-1 against the New Orleans Pelicans. CP3 is playing great. The whole squad is playing pretty great. Pelicans got have a lot of good stars there with Ingram, McCollum, and then a lot of young guys, right? And they got Valanciunas as well too, experienced center. Yeah, I really want the Pelicans to upset, but I don't think it's going to happen. I guess we'll have to see the Suns-Pelicans game tonight and see if the Pelicans can respond to tie it up. Hey, good for them. But if they lose tonight, I'm almost leading to towards the Suns winning this series. And a lot of Suns fans are already saying that the way that they played against the Pelicans last game, they should be able to advance to the next round. So guys, those are all the games that have been on recently. A lot of interesting matchups. We will be talking with Luke in a bit. So we're going to take a break right now. And you guys will get to hear from Mr. Miami himself. See you in a bit.
Finds the cutter, Beverly throws it. Towns races through. Jackson went down. Towns can't go in. Loose ball. Beverly trying to save it.
What is going on, great people of YouTube? We are back. Of course, we have the legendary guest here, Luke Cheney, from our debut. Luke, welcome back, man.
Appreciate it for having me once again. How you doing, man? How's your Sunday been?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. About to move out of the old dorm here, so had to move out the fridge. Some buddies of mine helped me out. And I pretty much just got to go on to a flight tomorrow. I've got a bunch of luggages, and that's pretty much my day tomorrow. Is just 3 flights. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to move out of this dorm. So I feel you on that for sure.
Are you living out for Res next year? I mean, next semester?
Yeah, because like the housing here in Miami, it's a mess. And when we applied, like me and my boys applied for housing, there literally wasn't any space. So we are going off campus. It's actually a pretty sweet deal. We found this like pretty somewhat affordable apartment, given that's Miami. That's still pretty nice. So it works, and we're very happy to move out. So you get it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, so man, before we talk about your awesome Miami Heat,
Hmm.
So I took, I took a nice little nap before we did this recording sesh. Well, I awoke to that Ben Simmons news. Ben Simmons is now ruled out for Game 4,
Yeah.
and due to back soreness. What do you think of that? And do you think Ben Simmons has just pretty much given up and he just doesn't want to play?
I don't know if they've given up. Man, it's just the saga that doesn't seem to end. Um, it always seemed weird to that Ben Simmons would work his way into the Nets rotation this late in their playoff run because likely their season's ending either in Game 4 or Game 5. But yeah, I don't know. It's the whole Ben Simmons thing has been weird all around, and you would think on paper that he would make a difference with the Nets, given that he fell into a different role than he was in while in Philadelphia. He'd fill into more of an off-ball role. He'd be able to be that point of attack, great defender that the Nets would need. But it just seems very, very late to work him in. I mean, you'd literally be working him in the line of fire in the playoffs. And while I do think that there is some promise with Ben Simmons in Brooklyn, I never really understood the fit for this season, but I am kind of curious, assuming he's all good for next year, how that fit would mesh, assuming they run it back.
Yeah, it's a crazy time for Brooklyn though. I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
expect them to be down 3-0, man. I
Mm-hmm.
honestly thought this would go to game 6, game 7, but here we are standing on a potential sweep. Crazy time to be a Nets fan.
Me too.
Ryan.
Yeah, and it's like I picked Boston to win, and I think I said 6 or 7. I really like Boston, and their roster is built so well for the playoffs. They don't have a negative defender in their rotation. I mean, besides Payne Pritchard, but he's not going to receive serious minutes late in games. So, I mean, like just besides that, there's literally not a negative defender there. They can switch 1 through 5 whenever they want. And that is such an advantage because on the defensive end, versatility matters in the playoffs. And they're getting Robert Williams back. For game 4, what I've heard, I've been a little out of the loop today.
I think he played last night, man.
What? He
Yeah,
did?
I
I
think
I didn't. I honestly last night's game I wasn't able to catch a lot. And I no. Oh, he did. You're right. He did.
I know
I completely
that's
forgot about that.
insane to like,
He
yeah,
did.
I they said that he would probably be back after this series, but wow, he that was
Yeah.
super early. That's yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I saw something on Twitter, because like I was doing something for the radio station, so I only caught like glimpses of the game, and I
Yeah.
saw something on Twitter that he wouldn't be back for game 3, and I guess he played because I mean I saw the fourth quarter, he wasn't out there in the fourth, from the time that I saw, but I guess he played. So no, I mean,
Yeah.
but Robert Williams is a fantastic player. He's one of I honestly think he's the best defender that the Celtics have, or at least one of the more valuable defenders, just because he switches on ball screens, switches 1 through 5 very easily, and that obviously matters. Like I said, it's one of the reasons why the Heat are in such a good position, just because Bam Adebayo is that anchor of the defense, given his incredible versatility and his ability to not only guard bigs but guard guards. And yeah, the Celtics are good. They are a very good team. They have some truly, truly elite hoopers to carry the scoring load, obviously, in Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart on the offensive end has really stepped up this year, especially in more of a playmaking role, more of a point guard role that we really haven't seen from Marcus Smart since back in his college days at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
I love that trade deadline acquisition of Derek White, very good defender, very good off the bench player. And yeah, I mean Boston right now, I are they my favorite to come out the East? Maybe this could potentially be their year. I really like what they're doing right now, and they're going to be just a tough team to play for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I personally I'm afraid to play them. If the Bucks can, I mean, the Bucks will most likely beat Chicago. They just absolutely destroyed them the past 2 games. But I'm definitely absolutely scared of the Celtics. So yeah, I mean, good for the Celtics too because yeah, I've watched the Celtics almost all their playoff runs, and I've got a good buddy who, basically made me uh, appreciate the Celtics a bit more. I was watching during the Scary Terry era there. Um, yeah, it's Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boston, good luck to them. Good luck to your Miami Heat as well.
Yes.
Big changes, man. Last year, 2021, you guys were the sixth seed and you guys got swept by the Milwaukee Bucks. How big of a change is it now being the first seed and being up 2-1 against the Atlanta Hawks?
Oh, well, I mean, it's huge. I mean, home court advantage in the playoffs is everything. And for the East to have to run through Miami is massive. Very excited to watch this game forward just because it's been announced, or it was announced like 20 minutes ago, that Kyle Lowry will miss game 4. And that is a big time loss because he is the catalyst for the Heat's half court offense. We all saw what happened in game 3 when Lowry was not there for the fourth quarter. The Heat's half court offense completely shut down. They couldn't get into the regular sets. They just looked out of sorts, out of whack. Their comfort level just wasn't there. And that's been a criticism even with Lowry for the Heat throughout this season, and that they don't really have that elite scorer. Yes, Jimmy Butler's a great scorer. Yes, Tyler Hero's a great 3-level scorer, but they don't have a Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant type all-world scorer. And their half-court offense has been a criticism for them throughout this entire season, and it was a major criticism for them last year when they did not even have a Kyle Lowry in the team. So this game 4 is going to be huge. It seems like Victor Oladipo could receive some rotational minutes. I don't expect him to start. He will come off the bench. I expect to see more Caleb Martin coming off the bench, which I'm a very, very big fan of, just given the energy that Martin brings. I expect Gabe Vincent to slot into the starting lineup. I like Vincent. He's done a very good job this season. He's really taken that leap from a spot minutes player to a legit rotational player. Will he step into the starting role and take over for Lowry and play the type of valuable role that Lowry has played throughout the entire season? We'll see, but I like Gabe Vincent, and they'll need a very good offensive performance from Vincent to go up 3-1 in this series, because you don't want the series to go 2-2. You don't want that.
Yeah, so a lot of people, I've seen it a bunch on Twitter of other Heat fans I follow. It was a pretty close game at the end there, and with I think it was 5 seconds left, right? And Jimmy Butler had the ball. A lot of people were kind of not liking the play that was drawn up there. Do you think that they could have drawn up a better play rather than having Jimmy go up for that 3?
Yeah, maybe. But I don't expect that to change. I don't expect Eric Spoelstra to stray away from Jimmy Butler in those last second moments, because he didn't do the same thing with Dwayne Wade. No matter if the Heat were down by 2, we're down by 3. I mean, Dwayne Wade was not a good 3-point shooter. He wasn't a decent 3-point shooter until the later stages of his career. But no matter what the score was, no matter what the situation was, if the Heat needed a last-second basket with Eric Spoelstra as the head coach and with Pat Riley as their head coach, they went towards Dwayne Wade. And it's the same thing with Jimmy Butler. Butler, yes, has been very inefficient in these last situations. Would I want to see Tyler Hero in some of these situations? Yes, just given that he's a better 3-level scorer, he can make those fadeaway 3-point shots. It wasn't a terrible look that Jimmy Butler got. I've seen some stuff on Twitter saying, oh, he should have passed it to Bam, or you had PJ Tucker in the corner. I'm not going to do that, because split second making those reads, you have to make those reads at such a fast pace. It's just like people, I don't think, understand that level of preciseness that you need to make those quick reads off the catch. And I don't blame Spoelstra in that game 3 for running a play for Jimmy Butler. Butler had that awesome game 2. He had 45 points. He had a pretty good game 3. Yes, he trailed off after that very big first quarter, but I mean, for the majority of the game, he was pretty solid. And I know Heat fans aren't really going to like it, but I do expect Spoelstra to continue running these last second plays for Jimmy Butler, just because he did that same thing for Dwayne Wade. And he's going to die. He's going to ride or die for his best player. And that's just how it's going to be.
Gotta say, I like that Miami shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. This is probably My favorite Heat shirt besides, man, do I have it here? I'm right next to my cabinet. Do I have my Dwayne Wade shirt? Let's see. I do not. I had this like Dwayne Wade when he hit that shot, I think in '09 against the Bulls where he stood up and said like, "This is my house." That's really sick. That's probably my favorite graphic tee. That's probably my favorite Heat shirt. But I don't know. I might whip out the Norris Cole jersey for this game. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I absolutely love that color scheme. I remember when they released those jerseys on Fanatics. I think I was in grade 11 or 12, and I really wanted one of those ones,
Mhm.
but they were like sold out in like 45 minutes. I think it was the city jerseys, I believe that they were. Yeah, they were absolutely it
Sick.
was gone. It
Yeah.
was
I
gone and sold.
mean,
Yeah.
li- I mean, like the jerseys that they have now, like the mashup jerseys, I really like. But like when those first two city jerseys came out with like the white color scheme and the black. Wait, I think it was yes, it was the white color scheme and the black. Like everyone loved the black color scheme. That was sick.
All right, man. So, I gotta ask though, because personally, I mean, I don't want to jinx your team, but I think that Miami should be able to take down Atlanta.
Mhm.
And listening to what Steven during halftime of the Warriors Nuggets game, Stephen A. Smith is also rating the Miami to beat Philadelphia as well with an injured Embiid because he is playing with a torn ligament in one of his fingers. Do you think that Miami has the potential to go to the conference finals and
Yes,
hopefully do you think they'd be able to beat the Celtics too?
I I like them in a matchup against the Sixers. Just because I think that they have the perimeter defense and the point of attack defense to bother James Harden. And this isn't the same James Harden. I mean, Harden now is a fantastic playmaker, but he doesn't have that same level of burst that he had in Houston during his MVP season. That
Yeah.
burst just isn't there. I think they have the point of attack defense to really kind of bother him on that. Bam Adebayo has done a really good job against Joel Embiid throughout Joel's career. Beat's still going to get his, even though he's hurt, just because it's Joel Embiid. He's one of the best players and one of the best scorers in the NBA. But I really like how the Heat match up against Philly. I think a lot of that potential series will be down, or some of the potential X factors in that series will be the Sixers role players. How will Tobias Harris step up? How will Tobias Harris step up? How will Matisse Thybulle step up as far as will he hit his open shots? Will Shake Milton give that little boost that the Sixers need scoring wise off the bench? And I think a lot of that series will come down to the role players. But yeah, I think that he definitely could and should make to the conference finals. I do like him a lot on that potential match against the 76ers, as I alluded to earlier. In the conference finals, though, we'll see. There's a lot of playoff basketball to be watched, to be evaluated. For right now, though, the Celtics scare me. Like their half-court defense scares me. They can, like I said, they can switch 1 through 5 very easily. By then, Robert Williams will probably be fully healthy. We'll see. And then the Bucks. I've told you many times before. I love the Bucks. I love your team, man. Um, Chris Middleton will need to be healthy by then. He probably will be healthy by then. But they're just such a difficult matchup for everyone. Giannis is awesome. Giannis is the best player in the NBA. I'm sure you agree with that same thing as well. But
Yes,
yeah, I
sir.
mean,
Should be the MVP in my eyes, but I don't do the voting, so
you don't do the vote. Hey, I listen. I have Jokic for that, but I'm not going to criticize you at all because it could easily be Jokic or Embiid or Giannis. Like it's basically a coin flip, man. They've all had very very good seasons,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean the Bucks have also had good contributions from Grayson Allen. He stepped up, and yeah, the Bucks are just an awesome team. They won the championship last season, and they returned pretty much that entire team, or at least some of the most of the main contributors from that team aside from PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
But I mean the Bucks are awesome. The Celtics are awesome, and assuming the Heat, or I want to say even assuming if the Heat make it to the conference finals, I think that their matchup against either the Bucks or the Celtics would just be awesome. Some fantastic basketball.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully, on the other side, we get to see the Warriors versus the Suns.
Oh, we need that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, right now the Warriors. I think Let's see. Come on, show me the score. Denver's up by 3, and it was I think they were up by 10, and it's gonna be one of those crazy closeouts once again. I
Oh
think
yeah.
Game 3, when you posted about Andre Iguodala, I think that's when I actually just woke up, so I didn't actually know what the hell you were talking about, so I just posted that Max Kellerman gif on there. But yeah, but they found a way to win. So I mean,
They
I
did.
think I think Golden State's gonna upset the Nuggets again. I mean, I was predicting that they'd at least steal one, but I think they're going for the sweep right now.
They could. I mean, they're chipping away right now, But yeah, the Nuggets, man. I'm so high on Nikola Jokic. They just need Jamal Murray back. They need another piece in there, another piece or two. I like Mike Malone a lot, but they need to find a way to capitalize on Nikola Jokic because and a lot of that obviously is due to Jamal Murray being hurt. But
Yeah. Do you think if
we'll
they
see.
had Murray and MPJ, they could probably get this to a 6 or 7 game?
Yes, I completely forgot about MPJ. I'm glad you mentioned him. That's obviously a major part of that. Yes, I'll easily. Wait, probably they could probably push it to 6 or 7 because I mean those are two obviously very good players, very good offense players. Jamal Murray's defense is something that doesn't get enough credit as well. But yeah, they're just banged up. They still need, I think, another piece or two in free agency. Another versatile four to another more consistent versatile four to place next to a Nikola Jokic, just because
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon sometimes he's good. Aaron Gordon's a good player, but you worry about his consistency at times. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how a healthy Nuggets team would look like for next season, assuming that they all come back fully healthy.
Yeah. All right, man. So thank you so much again for talking with us. I know you're super busy with your
Anytime.
assignments and stuff, so hopefully you can go and get those done. And I also wanted to get us out of here so we could enjoy the final minutes of this Warriors Nuggets game.
There you go, man. Hey, thanks for having me anytime, man. I love being on.
Thanks, bro. Good luck to your Heat, brother.
Appreciate it, dude.